Hey, hello everybody. I'm a couple rolls past the halfway point in this penny box, and I'm gonna search a little differently than my normal routine. Um, I pull out specific dates looking for the varieties and errors, of course, and then I will, as time permits, what I'm doing is I'm pulling all the copper out as well, and then I will zinc 82, another zinc 82, and then I will um, go through those looking for any known varieties or errors. That's not good enough. I I'm only pulling out the better looking coins as well for copper. Uh, really, you could look at every coin that you search under the scope, and I don't find that to be productive. I know there are many years that we can find some pretty strange varieties. 82 small date zinc. Um, just trying to get through it. That's okay to look at. And go from there. So, I'm going to see what I can find. Coppers are going in a pile by themselves. Found my first proof penny that I'll throw back into circulation. It's all jammed up, of course. Got wheats over here. You can't see them. I think I've got 11 right now, halfway through the box. So that's better than normal. 98 through 2000 Canadians. 72s, 95s, and 93s for double die. 82s small date zinc. 82 large date copper for double dies. I keep them separate so I can key on the 1 year instead of flipping back and forth. These are the 88s over here. Why is there an 8? Yeah, okay, I thought it was an 82. 88s looking for the transitional FG. And then, of course, all the copper I'm pulling out. Because the very first roll I had, I found a what appears to be a pretty decent die break with 2 lines coming down to the memorial steps. I don't even know what I did with it. I've got 4 coins setting up here, and I don't even know why. That's probably it right there. 82 large date, and it is, no, it's not this one because this is zinc. But that's what I'm doing tonight, and I'll go through this. And I really wish I was downstairs already and had the studio completely done because I got so much more room down there. I've got an 8 foot wide by 32-inch deep work area. I've got many shelves. I'm only going to have 2 though. I think I'm going to eliminate 1. Above that area, we had a little bit of mold problem in the bricks, so I'm diligently working on that with the natural remedies. But I do have a guy coming in tomorrow just to be sure that I'm doing it right. And once that is all done, and I get all the green screen stuff up and all the other things, and I've got new monitors. I got a new 1920 by 1080 monitor for Christmas. I don't know who gave that to me. And just beautiful. Gorgeous, gorgeous HP monitor. And then I've got 2 other ones too that I'll be putting down so I can flip through things. But that's it. Now I'll go through this box, and if I find anything good, I'll come back and show it to you. I think I'm a little bit. I was going through my coins, or through my scope photos earlier, and I found a couple of double die, 72 double die. I think they were double die 001 or 005 and 6, and I don't even know what I did with them. I got to get more organized. There's no doubt about that, because I do go through a huge amount of coin, And then I set them aside. So there's like over here, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 pennies from the last box, and I think they're all lamination and a couple of other errors, and they're all 82s because I went through about 800 82s that I've been storing up, and then went through them all in one day, and it's just hard to do. I used to go through them one at a time with the loop or with the scope, and per box, and that got to be tedious. Searching coins is tedious anyhow. We all know that, and one person I really respect is Chris Hurley. I'm sure a lot of you know him. He's over in the coin op group. He's got a good eye for the errors, but and I don't want to sound presumptuous or idiotic or anything, but some of these double dives just don't interest me. Like the 2009 formative years, I've been pulling them out too, and I really don't care if I find one. I do have one that I found, and it's cute. They're never going to be worth anything because there really are so many of them, and again, by spending so much time on every single variety of double dies that there are today, I mean, if you really took your time, you'd be pulling them out left and right. And I don't mean like every third or fourth coin, but you'd be pulling out quite a few, and they're not going to be a valuable coin years down the road. It all depends again on how many people are collecting today. In the 1830s and 40s and 50s, there weren't that many people pulling coins out. So now these coins go up in value, and their mortality rate is low. The survival rate is low because they just get worn out and rusted and gunked up and everything else. And going through pennies is really becoming to be a task because these zinc pennies are so nasty to go through. It's disheartening at one point. Back in the 60s and the 50s when we were going through coins, and they were all copper. And you would find a cruddy coin here and there and then, but now almost every third coin looks like it went through some kind of a chemical explosion or a horrible, factory something. They're just so darn nasty looking, and but today's coins, I don't know. I guess the government wanted to save money. I don't know how they're saving money making any kind of coin anymore these days, and they really ought to get rid of the penny, and then some of the pennies would go up in value years down the line. But the wheat pennies, I average 14 per box, and when you assert your energy to look specifically for wheats, if it's just for the hobby itself, cool. If you are in any way expecting to maybe 20, 30 years down the road do it as an investment, you're going to have to really find a whole lot of wheats, because with the billions and billions that were made, and I know they look rare when you find them in circulation because you don't find that many, so it seems like you're finding a catch, but you're not, because they're not gone. They haven't been melted. They haven't been ruined. Survival rate of most years of pennies is extremely high, and the big dealers, not those that are searching to make a fortune on a roll of pennies. And I don't mean these guys that are advertising unsearched rolls. I'm sorry. I don't know of anybody who would just scoop up a bunch of pennies, count out 50, and throw them in a roll without looking at them. I dropped my first one because I'm talking. I don't believe really and if there are, they're few and far between of anybody who's going to offer unsearched rolls. And then as far as regular wheats, the common years, you know, I'll sell them for 3 cents a piece. I think the average today is, I don't know, would you say around 5 cents a piece, something like that. But they're just common coins, and they're never going to go up in value. They're not going to go up in value in my lifetime, of course not. But even in my kids' lifetime or my grandkids, they're not going to be something that's people are going to be looking for and saying, "Oh my gosh." Your semi-key and your key dates, of course, are they will always hold their value and increase. I saw Silver Seeker today. See, there's that formative year. I don't care if he's got 9 thumbs on one finger. He did a really good video the other day comparing, I don't remember, was it 1986, I think, maybe? Price guide to today's price guide on some of the key coins. And there's a great difference. And I know that too anyhow, because I started back so many years ago. And you know, my thing was silver time, because I got rid of it all when it went sky high, and I realized the extreme difference in what it cost for those coins. I mean, most of the silver dollars I just sold for silver because they weren't anywhere near the value and numismatic value. So I'm yapping, I'm yammering. I'll see you all later. I'll let you know what I have in here. I guess I'll maybe just upload this and make a video of the findings in here. I don't expect to find anything. I really don't. I do know I'm going to buy myself a new scope, because a 250 scope is not good enough for my eyes. And I need a good one. I don't want none of these $30 and $40 scopes. My first scope that I bought was a what was it? Who did I get it from? Amscope. I got an Amscope, but it was 179 or 199. But the guys did not point me in the right direction. I got a scope that would take a beautiful picture of Lincoln's beard. You know, I could get a close-up of a fly's whiskers, but it wasn't good to show the entire coin. So I sent it back. I ended up getting the Celestron Pro for $70, and that was a waste of money in my opinion, because a lot of those cheapies do about the same thing as this one does. Another 60D small date. Been finding a lot of them lately, but I'll find a good scope. I'll probably, you know, I probably will go right back to Amscope and pay whatever it is I need for a really good one with a good objective lens, and it's the only way I see to go if I'm going to turn this into a serious hobby again. If anybody has any suggestions, you can throw them out there in the comments. I would really appreciate any suggestions on scopes, especially. Then we'll go from there. So I'll see you later when I'm done with this box. Bye.